Today we will check our understanding using the text that we have read earlier, Tiger in the Kitchen. So the lesson objective is that you will read the text closely and comprehend the passage. So the passage is on page 335 in the book Voices at Play, and the questions are on page 337. 337. Okay. So use the question in this section after you have read the personal recount, A Tiger in the Kitchen. Okay. So use short phrases or complete sentences to answer the question below on the excerpt from A Tiger in the Kitchen. First, let's understand the orientation. Who, what, when, and where and when. So who are the main characters here? Okay, so the main characters here would be the Tangling Ama, okay, as well as I. Okay, so these are the main characters. Okay. Okay, Tangling Ama and I, okay, the writer. Next, what is happening to the main character? So, the main character, say, I had taken my Tangling Ama for granted. So she said about, okay, the writer said that she took Tangling Ama for granted. Okay, this meant that she underestimated the value of her grandmother. Okay, so that is what happened to the main character. Okay, what is the value of her grandmother? What did her grandmother do? Okay, Tangling Ama showed her love by cooking for her family. Okay, where did the events take place? So, of course, the events took place in Singapore, right? And the events also took place in Tangling neighborhood, okay, or even the kitchen. Okay, so these are all possible places where the events took place. Okay. Okay. So where did the events take place? In Singapore, at Tangling Ama's house, which is in Tangling, right? Okay, when did the events take place? Okay, when did the events take place? You can see that here. Okay, took place during when? Chinese New Year. Okay, and what did she do? Okay, she in the mornings, she will cook for the family. Right? So when did it take place? During Chinese New Year, early hours in the morning. Okay. Understanding vocabulary. So what do you need to do? Guess the meaning. Using information, the text, and parts of each word or phrase, guess the meaning of the following words and phrases and write down your answers in the spaces provided. So let's go to the word turn. in paragraph 3, churned. Okay, the word churn here. So, the word here churned out. Okay, what can you guess? Churn them out. Okay, what is it? The bazang. Okay, the churn them out. What's the depth? It's actually the bazang. And then we have an ever-growing circle of relatives, friends, friends of friends, or even the friends of friends. Okay, so she has to make this bazang, many of them, very quickly and rapidly. Okay, so great quantities of them. Okay, create many or great quantities of this bazang rapidly. Next, another word is crowning moment. Okay, so crowning moment for Tangyama, however, was Chinese New Year, time of great feasting. Okay, so it tells me that it is a very important event. Okay, so what does crowning moment mean? It means most important event. Okay, sanctioned. Where's the word sanctioned? Okay, the word sanctioned here. Okay, so Bacchanalia means a celebration that is filled with a lot of noise, alcohol, some illegal activities. Okay, so sanctioned is an adjective, and well, eating pineapple tarts doesn't seem anything that is illegal or dangerous or noisy. So it's something that is approved. Okay, it's something that's approved. Okay, next, conniser. So looking at the word conniser of treats. Okay, she attacked the Paripatta's house in every house. In each home should be disappointed. Okay, the task is too crumbly, too salty, not crumbly enough. All this is wow, she can, she knows a lot about pineapple tarts, and obviously she enjoys the pineapple tarts too. So what does conniser mean? Of course, conniser is a noun. Okay, a person who eats a lot, who knows a lot and enjoys food. Okay. Inevitably. Okay, inevitably is here. So she went to so many places to try all the pineapple tarts. And what happened? Tarts would be always too crumbly, too salty, not crumbly enough. She is always disappointed. That always happens. The disappointment always happens. So inevitably means always bound to happen. Okay, paragraph 7. Okay, blithely. Okay, blithely. I assume that I will someday ask my Tangling Amma to teach me how to make a pineapple tart, and then she died. So she assumed this, that her grandmother will always be around, but no, her grandmother passed away. So what does blithely mean? It is an adverb. Okay, blithely means without thinking through what happened. Okay, without thinking through what happened. So these are some of the words that are in the passage. Okay, they're a bit more complex. So I hope that going through this helps you to understand the vocabulary. Next, let's understand the phrases, clauses, and sentences. Why did the first person narrator find her grandmother to be a mystery while she was growing up? Why? Why did she find that she was a mystery? So, to her grandmother, what happened? Okay, she doesn't really know much about grandmother because Raleigh visited her. Okay, and when she did, okay, cannot speak any Teochew. Okay, so it was not easy to. That's why she found that the grandmother was a mystery. Right? Okay. Oh, what kind of question is this? Why did the first person narrator find her grandmother a mystery? What kind of question is it? It's an inference question. Why? Why did she find it? So I have to read between the lines for inference questions. Okay. Why did she find her to be a mystery while she's growing up? First, I forgot that part. She rarely, okay, visited her grandmother. Alright, what's the mystery? So she not have time to get to know her. Okay, another reason, she could not communicate grandmother's Teochew dialect. Neither could her grandmother speak in English, so she felt that it was quite not unknown, unfamiliar to her. Alright. How do we know that the grandmother's use of a wooden rectangular block was an old tradition? Sorry, let me blank out the answer first. How do we know that it was an old tradition? So how do you know that? This type of question, what type of question type is this? It's a factual question. How do you know that? So going back to the passage, okay, where do you see about the wooden rectangular block? Okay, you highlight that first. Wooden rectangular block is here. Okay, so what is an old tradition? Tradition is what? Okay, tradition to use it as a pillow. Okay, how do you know there's old tradition? Because it's a habit that the Singaporean Chinese of certain generation have. Okay, and they were clinging to this tradition. Okay, let's see what are the possible answers. Okay. Sorry. So in the olden days, okay, Singaporean Chinese of us in the certain generation, what generation? The older generation, okay, or past generation, okay, had no access to plush fellow pillars, okay, which are widely available now. Okay, wait. We had no access to plush what? Okay. A tradition. Why is it a tradition? Okay. Such pillows, such soft pillows are widely available now. Okay, yet, okay, these elderly still continue to use, to use a wooden rectangle block as a pillow. Okay. Continue. Okay. Continue what? Continue their habit to use a wooden rectangular. So that's why it's a tradition. Their own habit. Their habit. Tradition. Okay, that's a pillow. Okay. Next question. Well, we didn't have the words to communicate. Telling Amma spoke eloquently to me, to her family, by feeding us all. This paragraph 3. why you might be surprised to find that the first person's grandmother spoke eloquently to her. So what is this question type? Question type is inference question. Okay, spoke eloquently to her. Where do we find that? Okay, spoke eloquently to her. You can find that here. Okay, and why is it surprising? Okay, by feeling us all. So you have to reference to that and remember that the writer could not speak any Teochew and the grandmother could not speak any English. So why is it surprising that they are able to speak eloquently? Okay, so read between the lines. Okay, despite not being able to speak English, okay, Tangling Amma was able to let the writer understand how much love she had for her by making her granddaughter's favorite dishes, right? All, yes, all to her, but not just her, making, not just making, maybe you get more specific, cooking granddaughter's favorite dishes. Okay, how do you know that the first person narrator did not expect her grandmother to pass away when she did? Write down a sentence in paragraph 7 that shows you this. Okay, paragraph 7. Okay, blindly, we said just now, means without thinking it would happen. So here, did not expect that her mother would pass away. So it's quite clear that this is a quotation question. And in this paragraph, okay, likely without thinking what happened, right? So the sentence is, so sentence, okay, sentence beginning with a capital letter, ends with full stop. Likely as I assume that I will someday ask my Tangling Amma to teach me how to make a pineapple tart. Remember that for quotation question, you need to put quotation marks in your answer. Okay, particularly here, if not, it will be marked as given 0 mark. Next, okay, understanding the organization pattern and structure. Okay, okay, let's take a look. Okay, first one. Okay, now use numbers to indicate the order which the events took place. The first event indicated for you. Okay, organizing structure, circle which stage events belong to. First stage of listen, an example. So, looking at this, okay, Tangling Amma was a mystery to the first person, so that's orientation. During Chinese New Year, the first person narrator looked forward to eating pineapple tarts, but these were not as good as one spaced by Tangling Amma. So this is a record of events. Okay, sorry, I didn't do that very well. Let me draw that again. Okay, record events. Okay, the first person narrator thought that cooking could be learned later from Tangling Amma. Okay, that is record events as well. Okay, we know that this one's the last one, huh? Okay. Okay. Next. The first person narrator feels that she has taken her Tangling Amma for granted. This is a comment. Okay. The first person narrating was more focused on reading, writing, and learning about the world. That was also a comment. Or is it an record of events? More focused on reading, writing, learning about the world. I think that is more of a record of events. That's what she's doing. And when the first person later was 11, Tali Amar died. Okay, so that was also a recording event. Okay, so let's do the organization pattern first. Okay, first part. Growing up in Singapore, I've taken my Tali Amar for granted. So she felt that she has taken Amar for granted. So that is order with Tali Amar was a mystery to the first person narrator. That is 2 is orientation. Alright, second thing, she felt that she had taken Amar for granted. Okay, and then talk about rarely visited her. Okay, and she would learn small things about her. She never understood her, so she was more focused in learning about the world. Okay, followed by what? Okay, Tari Ama cooking, Chinese New Year is here. Okay, Chinese New Year. And then last part. Oh, sorry. Oops. Here. Okay. More intent on learning about the world, right? Sorry. Should erase that part. Erase that part here. So that should be number 3. Oops. I should be number 3. Okay. And then reading, intent reading, cooking about world is here, number 4. Okay. And this is number 5. And this is number 6. Okay. Oh, sorry, missed that. I should actually oh no. Sorry. Erase that first. Sorry. Let me erase that first. Okay. Forgot that there was someone below here. Love a tiny rush, never bothered to make them. Record events. Sorry. Okay. However, Tanya Ama show her love for family friends by feeding them. That is also record events. So sorry about that. Okay. Let me do that again. Okay. First one, mystery to the sorry. Tali Ama was a mystery to the first person narrator. Okay. Feel that she took her for granted. Okay, next part. Next part, okay, would be Chinese New Year look. Okay, no. Next part would be show her love for cooking by feeding them, right? Show her love by feeding them. And the next one would be 3, 4. Look forward to look Chinese New Year, but they're not as good. Okay, they're as good, right? And then what was she focused on? Okay, she focused on reading and learning about the world. Okay. Sorry, reading and learning about the world was much later. Sorry. Okay. Which one comes first? Okay, this one comes first. Loved her pineapple tarts comes first, then later, right? Never bothered to learn how to make them. See that? Then after, intent on reading, learning about the world. Okay, so just now we are 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is 6, learning about the world. And thought that it could be cooking. I thought could always come later, so could learn from Tang Ama later. And when I was 11, she died, so that one was Tang Ama died. Okay, so sorry, I was a bit confused about the order. Okay, so you see how is it that you go about doing the order, is that you try to put the passage beside you, and then you must read closely. I purposely did not do the question earlier so that you can see what is the thought process and how is it that I make the mistakes and adjust the order again. Okay, so what lessons, if any, did the first person learned by the end of the text? Okay, so what did she learn? Okay, at the end of the text. I guess some of the things that she learned would be, for example, try to, so she tried to, she couldn't understand her Tanglin Ama. You notice that Tanglin Ama actually loved her, okay, and she also assumed that sometimes she would ask Tanglin Ama to teach her make her tasks by the Tanglin Ama passed away. So in other words, what are some of the things you should learn? Would be love can't wait. Love can't wait. Okay, if you want to show your love for your loved ones, okay, your love or appreciation, okay, because I said that she undervalued took her grandmother for granted, right? So if you want to show appreciation for a loved one, you should do so when they are alive. That's one key lesson that the first person learned by the end of the text, where she said cooking could always come later. So she said that means there's a regret that she has. She should have learned how to make time of her task much earlier when Tanglin Ama was still alive. Okay, so right, so she learned that she should express her gratitude, or we can say her, okay, even her love, right, for her grandmother while she was alive. Okay, so basically that's it.